Hello everyone, Jesse Webb, Traders Pro. Market conditions settling in last week on mildly bullish in a bull market. We'll start with that top-down approach. Top-down approach is what is that long-term market signal doing? And as far as our analysis, we've got this indicator here focusing on this pattern where last fall we were deeply oversold. We're now moving up this direction. We've now ticked over that zero line and then moving back into this bull market. This is for the S&P 500. This chart is for the last 20 years, so you can see this overall uptrend. We've turned back to an uptrend right here. In this last run, the last 10, 15 years from the bottom of '09, in a real strong uptrend, we can get some of these whipsaws like this where we get a downturn. We never know which one, if any, is going to continue that overall downturn. But and if it doesn't and it reverses right back to the upside, then we can jump right back in. In this case, it may turn out to be the other direction. If we are in a new downtrend and we could see one more move lower, we'll see if we get another signal here. But that all things are pointing bullish at this point. Okay, we're still stuck right in the middle in terms of momentum, and if we look at this momentum indicator here, we're stuck right in the middle. We're it's getting kind of long-winded when we've been talking about this last month or so, because we've just been pausing right here. Just lots of indecision. Market can't really decide if it wants to go up or down right here, which in this case, we're just looking for the bias then. What is our overall, the higher probability path of least resistance, and that is up at this point, at least based on all these current indicators. But there's lots of conflicting type of indications. Another one in the shorter term is that we still have this bearish tone on the buy-sell ratio, and but when I've talked about this before, that three-part move, oftentimes if we can get a rally today and this starts to move back this direction, then we may get a crossover and we could see some more upside. But as of now, it's just, it's part of that mildly bullish. We're almost there, and if we can get a strong uptrend or two, then I think we'll see things shift significantly right here. Sentiment also stuck right in that middle range, which is good because we want some range to be able to move back up again if we are going to get a breakout on SPY. SPY, if we take a quick look at that, is also, we've got a couple of green lines here, a couple of green bars into longer term trend, shorter term trend. We're just stuck in this hold range right here, this long consolidation, this counter trend move. But we're seeing support right here. Again, buying into the dips. That's what we're seeing. That's still happening. And you're seeing a lot of bottoming tail bars right here. Okay, bottom, bottom, bottom. Remember what a tail bar is when a stock, if it opens here, and then at some point it's rallying or selling off and moving down this direction, sellers are in control. Now it reverses, buyers are in control, and it moves back up this direction. And then you get some form of a body at the top, whether it's in this case, a black or a yellow or a green. Just in this case, that body, it doesn't matter what the color looks like, but you're seeing that bottoming tail bar. That tail bar means that in this case, they're buying into that low. They're buying into that dip right there, and it's happened 3 days in a row now. So we'll see if we continue to see that over the next few days. The Muscle Stocks group, let's take a look there to see what we've got. IMCR, a nice looking pattern with a long, sharp rally and an uptrend and then some consolidation. That's very, very typical where, stocks are not going to run up forever. Once they have a strong move and then they pause for a little while, they need that. They need both price and time to kind of digest this move. Now it's set up where it could actually continue to run, and it's got the bullish profile that we want to be able to see here as well. Keep an eye on that. It's also in that medical biotech world that has been moving quite well over the last few months or so. SHLS, oil stock, 5%. Let's look at that 1 year chart to see it's got to have a little bit of a deeper retracement here, kind of a sloppy chart, but you've got this counter trend move that has had, if I were to move this over just a little bit, if it's going to let me do that, retracement here, it's in that zone, that buy zone, bouncing. Now we've got some green up towards the upside, upper end of that range, and not the best pattern, but certainly could be. BLBD, big gap. We've had a lot of those in the last few sessions. Give it some time to pull back in a little bit. HNRG coal is a coal stock, and it's had kind of this long counter trend move as well. We could see a confirmation move of that and a breakout here. We'll see what that ends up looking like today. A couple other nice looking patterns in there today. Keep an eye on those. Here's a software stock, MOMO, that also has had a couple of false breakouts here, and it's just some whipsaw activity, and that's what's been happening a lot in this last sideways move. Is we just get whipsawed, and whipsawed just means it goes up and hits a potential breakout signal, but then it reverses and comes back down, okay, like here and here. And that's not an uncommon thing in momentum trading, especially where we've been moving sideways as a market currently as well. Once we move back solidly and things are looking more bullish again, these patterns work really well. They look a lot more like this when you're getting a large retracement and then you get a breakout move. So as you're building out your watch list, keep your eye on some of these stocks that are starting to show some steam right here. Okay. Let's see. Let's take a look at sectors real quick, and we'll take a look at the sector ETFs, just take a quick glance to see what might be moving in this past month. Consumer goods, technology, real estate. We've seen real estate and builders working real well. We've seen, energy-based materials. That trade's kind of fallen off the table this last month. It had been moving higher. Things like oil and gold and mining, they're definitely having a retracement, but potentially shifting back the other direction. As of now, though, this is what we're looking for. We want to not necessarily participate aggressively in that. That's not working. That's not leading, at least as of now. Could it be in the future? Absolutely. So that's why we do these analysis each day and keep an eye on some of these moves, what is working. If we jump over here to the sector scan, you can see construction, industrial products. This construction sector is moving really well, mostly with home builders. Hovanian, big strong uptrend, solid patterns here as well in terms of just kind of these tight uptrends with a little consolidation and then a bounce, and they continue higher. So keep an eye on some of those stocks today as well. If you don't have full access to the site and software, you can sign up with the link below, and we look forward to having you. Have a great day today.